Welcome to Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where today the all-time LA St. Louis Rams face off against the all-time Green Bay Packers. There's the quarterback matchup, Kurt Warner and Brett Favre. Kurt Warner at one time was a practice squad member for the Green Bay Packers. Several years later, from bagging groceries to Super Bowl champion in 1999. The Rams dealt the Packers their first loss of the all-time team season in Week 6 and also knocked out Aaron Rodgers for the season. Brett Favre has taken the reins for the Packers. He leads Titletown into the Wildcard round against the Rams. LA and St. Louis faces off against Green Bay next.
The gateway to the West, and sometimes the best. From the cardiac cards to the greatest show on turf. For Warner, Favre, and Bruce, these are the Rams. In Green Bay, the fans own the team. Lambeau is more than a field. Lombardi is not just a trophy, but an icon. To carry on for Bart and Brett. This is Titletown. These are the Packers.
No better place for a playoff game than Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where this evening's tilt features the all-time LA St. Louis Rams against the all-time Green Bay Packers. DeBock, Hunter, Focasano, pleasure to be along here for the ride here from Titletown. Leroy Irvin on the kickoff return for the Rams brings this kickoff all the way out to the 21. That brings onto the field Kurt Warner and the Rams offense. Warner, a spectacular season leading the Rams this year, including a victory against these Green Bay Packers back in Week 6. But Warner, an incredible story that began here in Green Bay.
Well, what a story. A practice squad member, and you got to remember at one point, he was Brett Favre's practice squad member. Now they face off against each other tonight in the postseason.
Eric Dickerson with the call. Short gain through the teeth of the Packers defense. A look at the Rams starting offense. That includes Eric Dickerson, 2,000-yard tailback. Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt, two standout receivers for the Rams. And a look at Rams offense. Plenty of Hall of Famers, including Jackie Slater, along the offensive line. 2nd and 7 for the Rams. Warner straight back to throw. And Kurt Warner has all day and throws. Caught. Henry Ellard with a catch. Tracked down by Nick Barnett, but a first down for the Rams.
That was a great throw and catch, right on the money, and Ellard doing a great job. This is a perfectly ran route. He's going to run up here, cut back, and then the throw is right in front of his helmet, right into the hands. A little celebration afterwards. Check down.
He beat Jair Alexander. First down for the Rams. A pass for Dickerson near a first down. A look at the Green Bay defense and the stars that they pose, which includes Ray Nitschke, Willie Wood, Reggie White, and the secondary including Herb Adderley. 2nd and inches, though, for the Rams with Dickerson in the backfield. Tom Fears also part of the lineup. Dickerson has a first down for the Rams to move the sticks. Team led by Sean McVay lost last week to San Francisco, a game they trailed 26-7 at the end of the third quarter. Rams did manage to make it a one-possession game, but it was a little too little, too late. The pitch, Dickerson runs left side for 1.
And this is a great running matchup. It's going to be fun to watch for a second time this season, Eric Dickerson go up against the likes of Ray Nitschke and Reggie White.
2nd and 9 for the Rams. Dick Bass in motion. Warner Cranks up the deep ball, and the pass is incomplete. He was looking for Torrey Holt. 3rd and 9 on the way for the Rams. Marshall Faulk, first appearance in the game for him. Warner's pass, caught by Cooper Kupp. Short of the sticks, brings up 4th down. Johnny Hecker on to punt for the Rams. Remember, Packers had a chance to go for the winning touchdown in Week 6 before Herb Adderley lost a fumble on the punt return. And that foiled the Packers' chances. Here is Brett Favre. And the story for Favre, well, you can call him what he is, a gunslinger.
He certainly is a gunslinger, Danny, and what he likes to do is he likes to force passes in there. And he's going to throw it with all the power that he has in that arm. And sometimes it leads to the best thing ever, sometimes it leads to an INT. But wherever he is, you want him on the big stage.
Big stage for Brett Favre, who picks up the first down on the ground for 12.
We forget that part of the gunslinging mentality is to just take it and run. And not only does he not slide, but he takes the hit. That's the making of a tough quarterback.
From Kiln, Mississippi, all the way to Green Bay. Favre, great protection. He finds Jordy Nelson over the middle. Good gain. Look at the Green Bay offense. And one key aspect, no Jim Taylor starting today. This past week, he got into a fight with Sam Huff at a local bar. Sam Huff, Hall of Fame defensive star for the New York Giants. They got into a boxing match and Taylor got hurt. So Ahman Green gets the start and Leroy Irvin comes in with a sack on Brett Favre. A look at the Rams defense. Marlon Olsen, Jack Youngblood, Aaron Donald, Deacon Jones. What else is there to mention about a studded Rams defense?
Well, you have a bunch of tough guys on that side of the ball as well, so I would expect to see a lot of trash talking between the quarterback and these pass rushers in the midst of this game.
On 3rd and 8, Favre finds Davante Adams, who gets to clean it. Kevin Green with the bone-crushing hit.
Davante Adams getting up really quickly. You don't want to show in these games that it hurt. You just get right back up, you go back to the huddle, and we'll do it all over again.
Fake to Green. Favre throws a lob pass, and it is caught by Ron Kramer for 17. And St. Louis challenges the ruling. Let's see the replay again.
It's not often you see a tight end trying to get his toes in bounds, but right here, ooh.
Looks as if Ron Kramer couldn't bring in 2 feet.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is overturned.
Incomplete pass sets up 2nd and 10. And Lambeau unpaid officials express their disapproval. Tony Canadeo is the tailback. Here is Tony Canadeo, wrapped up and stopped by Isaiah Robertson. Brings up 3rd and 12.
And it wasn't until this season that we see a number 3 as a tailback.
Date yourself all the way into the Curly Lambeau era of the Packers.
There you go.
Favre, look at the time he has, and he finds Sterling Sharp. First down completion on a gain of 27.
When Favre has that much time, you're going to expect him to probably go to Sterling Sharp. Most catches from any receiver from this particular quarterback, and these two were a deadly combo in the mid-90s. It's a shame what happened to Sterling later on in his career. Could have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Does make it to Canton. Ahman Green with the handoff and hurdle for 4. But again, Jim Taylor, starting running back all season for the Packers, gets into the fight with Sam Huff. Now Ahman Green steps up for the Packers. Fake to Green. Favre, his pass is incomplete. And man, what an interesting case, especially before a playoff game, for Jim Taylor to get into the fight.
Sure, well, as these players look back on their careers, in the prime of their careers, they oftentimes go to the bar and drink beer, and oftentimes things are said that wouldn't be said, and things get stirred up, and it's just a shame it had to happen going into the postseason, but it is what it is as Green Bay heads for goes out for the field goal try here, and they'll let the clock run out.
Mason Crosby from 41 yards away puts the Packers on the board with 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. But yeah, to have it all go down, playoff week, imagine Vince Lombardi was not too happy about that.
I'm sure he wasn't, nor Curly Lambeau.
Leroy Irvin on the return out to the 17. That brings us to the end of the first quarter here from Lambeau. Packers have a 3-0 lead against the Rams. We'll be back for the second quarter after this on Charger Dude 95. We begin the second quarter here from Green Bay. Rams go to work. Eric Dickerson on the handoff. Tracked down after a 5-yard gain.
That's what Dickerson is so good at. He's good at finding those small holes in the offensive line, and he can just weave right through it as if it was a really big one. And he's so fast after getting the ball.
Warner's pass in traffic caught by Torrey Holt. 7-yard gain, enough for a first down for the Rams.
Torrey Holt reaching out with both hands, extending his body, making that great catch, and that's what he's really good at, especially with that wingspan. He can bring in anything. Expect a lot more throws to him from the Hall of Fame quarterback in Kurt Warner.
Bruce in motion. Dickerson able to break away. Eric Dickerson near a first down for the Rams, and he does have enough to move the chains.
Well, I believe it was Charles Woodson there that had him by the arm trying to bring him down, and he was able to make a little juke move to the right, got out of it.
Dickerson takes a rest. Marshall Faulk into the game. Torrey Holt goes in motion. This is Marshall Faulk. Marshall Faulk written down. Tackle was made for the Packers, thanks to Herb Adderley.
Well, how about this? Eric Dickerson's tired. We'll just go to our backup, Marshall Faulk. And I mean, you've got so much depth going into this game with those tailbacks.
Marshall Faulk breaks the first tackle before he is drilled by Dave Robinson.
The funny thing, too, when Kurt Warner was on the Green Bay Packers practice squad, he was so nervous that he didn't go in. Well, how about we'll say yes to 3 Super Bowl appearances.
Warner's pass to Isaac Bruce, who has the first down into Green Bay territory after an 11-yard gain.
And with how Warner's been playing, you wouldn't have even thought that he would have said something so bizarre on a practice squad team. He's really grown.
Warner, Faulk. Tackle made by Darren Sharper of the Packers. And for Warner, well, did have his redemption 2001 NFC Divisional against Green Bay. Uh-oh.
False start, offense. Repeat, second down.
Game that the Rams won of 47-17.
I believe that was also the 6th INT game.
Kurt Warner's former teammate did have 6 interceptions. And first carry of the season for Steven Jackson of the Rams.
Happened in a postseason game on Lambeau Field. Not bad for your first carry of the season.
3rd and 14. Warner to throw. He gets one away, and it is caught. Tom Fears inside the 15 to the 11.
And all the defense, they were behind him at this point. So if Kurt Warner can get in there quickly, he can make that catch before he even gets hit, which would probably have the ball pop out loose. He was able to make that catch, and Todd Fears.
2nd all-time in yards per game. Warner scans, throws, end zone, knocked down, incomplete. He was looking for Henry Ellard. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Jackson in the backfield. Warner throws. Bruce decked. Injured Packer on the field. Brings up 3rd and 9. Warner back to throw. Throws to the end zone. It is caught. Fears. He is in for the touchdown. What a catch from Tom Fears.
Well, Tom Fears, He has a pair of hands, and people oftentimes forget this on this Rams squad when you have Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt and all of those other guys, but he led the league 3 times in his career with receptions. So when you have a pass going towards the out-of-bounds mark like that, how about you give it to a guy who's led the league so many times, he can quickly haul it in, get those feet in, and that's exactly what Tom Fears did. A brilliant touchdown. The Rams take their first lead of the game.
Great poise in the pocket from Kurt Warner. He got decked by Dave Robinson. Tremont Williams on the return. And he lost the football, and it's picked up by Jack Youngblood. And a turnover for the Packers on special teams, just like in Week 6.
Well, this is huge because momentum is everything in football, especially in the postseason, and this is the wild card round. St. Louis and their offense has the momentum. They're carrying it back off to the sideline as they go to rest. How about we just go back out there and we're going to continue? Green Bay needs to make a quick stop, and they need it now.
Dickerson. 1-yard pickup. Injured Ram on the field. 2nd and 9. Warner to the air. He looks over the grid and throws, and it is incomplete. 3rd and 9.
Well, that may have worked out better for Green Bay, considering they would have had it at the 1-yard line. If they don't make this first down, it's going to be a long field goal attempt for St. Louis, LA.
Here's Warner. He throws over everybody's head, incomplete. Intended for Torrey Holt. Field goal unit trots on, and Jeff Wilkins. Field goal attempt from 43 yards away, out of the hold of Roman Gabriel, and the kick is good. 2:24 to go in the first half, and the Rams have a 10-3 lead.
Great play by the defense. As I've said it before, it's all momentum in football. One stop like that, and you're still in the game.
Herb Adderley on the return. He holds on to the football. A relief for the Packers special team. To look at that Week 6 matchup between Packers and Rams, Aaron Rodgers did earn the start for Green Bay. And Rodgers hit on this play by Andy Robustelli, out for the season with a torn pec. And that's why Brett Favre is in the game here this evening.
Well, you know, one of the biggest debates, too, within Green Bay's history is who's the better quarterback, Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre, and they'll oftentimes throw Bart Starr in there. So this is the game that may or may not settle that debate, considering that the Packers had that loss to the Rams earlier on in the season. But even then, you've got 2 great quarterbacks. I don't think you can go wrong with any of them.
Great problem to have if you're Green Bay. Favre's pass caught, run Kramer towards the sideline. Brings up 3rd and 4 for Green Bay. The Rams win today. A rematch with the San Francisco 49ers, who they split the regular season series with. Green Bay with a win heads to Dallas to take on Cowboys. Don Hudson, first time we've said his name today, able to pick up a first down for the Packers.
And Don Hudson's so good at getting open. Not one of the fastest receivers you'll see, but he runs his routes almost to perfection.
Favre is taken down for what is a sack, courtesy of Deacon Jones. Loss of 5, 1:30 to go in the first half. Here's Brett Favre. He goes deep, and the pass for Hudson is out of bounds.
Number 4.
3rd and 15.
3rd down.
Packers with proficiency on 3rd down, but this is one they could very much use. 3rd and long. Rush coming, and he's sacked. The rush caved in. Leroy Irvin was amongst the rush, but it was Will Sherman with the sack for the Rams.
Well, that is a great call because you have a quarterback that is more than likely going to try when under pressure to force that throw in. So whether you try to have him force the throw in INT or sack him, it can go both ways. I like that they didn't just go into the zone. They decided to rush and be aggressive.
Henry Ellard on the kickoff return, or punt return rather, down to the 31. 1:08 to go. In the first half, the Rams with a stunning lead on Green Bay with hopes of more. This is Henry Ellard on the catch. And he has enough for a Ram first down. What a surprise. Could the Rams beat 13-time world champion Packers twice? This pass caught by Henry Ellard. And he has a first down for the Rams to the Green Bay 44. Hurry up offense for the Rams. Warner to the sideline. Caught. Tom Fears the touchdown score. Another first down.
And these receivers are so fast, and Kurt Warner has such a quick release, and that combination is a huge difference between getting sacked or getting it off just in time.
This pass towards the sideline for Fears is incomplete.
What was I saying? It almost completed, but Kurt Warner, under immense pressure, right before he got hit, he was able to release that ball.
Remember, the Rams of the early 50s also had a star-studded offense. Warner's pass, Cooper Kupp. First down to Rams with 25 seconds to go. Rams do have one timeout. They hurried to the line of scrimmage. Warner to the end zone. It is incomplete.
Number 13 goes
There's
incomplete.
Bill Forrester on the play. Great job. Jumping up and just batting it down with his hand. 2nd and 10 with 17 seconds.
Warner looks to the end zone. Look at the time he has. Warner throws an incompletion.
Well, you don't want to give that quarterback that much time, but the secondary in a zone defense, they had 3 people in that area covering Isaac Bruce. Great call.
On 3rd and 10, Warner sacked. The rush caved in for the Packers. Dave Hanner made the sack. Jeff Wilkins' field goal is good with 1 second remaining in the first half.
Kick is good.
Wilkins with the field goal for St. Louis and LA. And a 10-point lead at the half. Well, not quite. Here's the kickoff. Herb Adderley on the return from his end zone. And he is freight trained at the 23. And that takes us to halftime in Green Bay. What might be a little bit of a surprise, the Rams lead the Packers 13-3.
Welcome to the Extra Point All-Time Roster Halftime Recap between the Rams and the Packers in the Wildcard round. Packers facing their 3rd double-digit halftime deficit of the season, trailing the Rams again at the half, this time 13-3 in Green Bay. Kurt Warner is our player of the half tonight. He went 12 of 19 for 151 yards and this touchdown to Hall of Fame tight end Tom Fears. The all-time Packers have a huge hole to climb out of as the high-powered offense has been held to 81 yards from scrimmage. Amon Green, their tailback, with just 4 yards rushing. The Rams lead the Packers in the NFC wildcard 13-3 St. Louis, LA.
Second half about to commence. The NFC wildcard, the Rams and the Packers. It's LA and St. Louis with a 10-point lead. What would be a stunning upset against these Packers. A look at halftime stats. Connor Focasano, what stands out to you?
Well, considering the total offense, he had 172 yards in total for St. Louis. Only, I believe it was 61 for Green Bay. They're absolutely dominating the time of possession. What you want to do...
Amon Green with the handoff. Sorry, partner. A 15-yard gain for Green. Nearly outmatching the entire rushing output for the Packers in the first half.
Well, what you want to do is you want to cut this offense and their time having the ball. If you do that, once they get the ball, they feel rushed.
Favre's pass caught by Don Hudson in a gain of 9.
They're going to feel rushed, and you're going to throw them off of their rhythm. Football is a game of rhythm, especially in today's pass-friendly league. You throw them off, you can very much likely win this game.
Amon Green, left side, finding a rhythm all the way to the 45. Packers starting to click. Amon Green with Jim Taylor unavailable for today, fitting in nicely so far to begin the second half. Here's Favre again. Look at the protection he has. Brett Favre going deep towards the end zone. It is incomplete.
The Packers have already tripled their amount of yardage gained on the ground since the first half. So it'll be interesting to see if the offensive line can finally form those gaps.
Aaron Jones in the backfield. There goes Jones towards the right side. Jones slowed up. Deacon Jones made the stop. Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Packers. Shotgun formation for Brett Favre. He looks to throw. Favre, he throws. Sharp the catch. And he's able to pick up a first down. Saw Jim Taylor. He was in the block, surprisingly. So Jim Taylor seeing an appearance. Aaron Jones is back into the game. Clark Hinkle, the fullback for the Packers. Sharp in motion. Favre on the delay. Aaron Jones with a first down and plenty more. Aaron Jones down to the 7.
And that's the first delay we've seen all game. Brett Favre, a very pass-friendly quarterback. Why not run the delay more often? You're going to open up that hole, and it was wide open for him to just run up. Almost got the touchdown there, Danny, and now they have a plethora of plays to pick from on 1st and goal.
Empty backfield set. Here's Favre. He looks, scans, throws, end zone, incomplete.
Trying to force it in there.
Hoping to find Jordy Nelson. Brings up 2nd and goal for Green Bay. What do you call here? Kaufman in motion. Green, straight up the middle for a Green Bay touchdown.
Great play. That's also the first time we've seen a fake handoff to one side go to the other. So we're going to see Favre. Looks like he's going left side. Then they go to the right. So the Rams hesitate as they head in and try to stop the run. Next thing you know, it's going to the right side. The holes are hit. Easy touchdown.
That lane was set up by Jerry Kramer. Crosby's extra point is good, and it's a 3-point game with 4:17 remaining in the third. What a response from Amon Green.
And why not? With that offensive line that you have, why not give it to Amon Green more often? You're going to get those blocks eventually. And with Jerry Kramer as the right guard, continue to hand it off to the right. They know it's going to come. But if you can't stop it, keep running it.
Henry Ellard out to the 22. That's where the Rams offense returns for their first drive of the second half. Here's Warner to throw. He connects with Henry Ellard. Gain of 9. What are you looking for from the Rams on this drive?
Well, if you look at the first half, Tom Fears surprisingly leading the Rams interceptions and reception yardage. So maybe open up the door a little bit.
Here's Tyler Higbee past midfield. Tyler Higbee all the way to the 43 of the Packers on a gain of 26.
And you want to talk about opening up the door. Let's give it to those other receivers, right? There's people that are going to be open because there's so many men to cover. Tyler Higbee, that was an inside route, a slant across. It's the perfect route to run with his size and his speed. Have him go in there, get into those cushions.
Dickerson, is he leveled? Bill Forrester.
And these old-time Packers, so good at producing those old-time really, really big hits. Perfectly legal hit, shoulder, right into the other man's shoulder. Bring him down for the loss.
2nd and 13. Kurt Warner, his pass for Henry Ellard. Wrestled out of bounds by Tremont Williams. Brings up 3rd and 4 for Los Angeles. Falk in the backfield. Pass in motion. This is Marshall Falk. And is he leveled? Guess who? The Minister of Defense. After the stop from Reggie White, 4th and 4. Johnny Hecker on to punt for the Rams. And this boot heads well deep into the end zone for a touchback. 1:35 to go in the third. Packers in a dogfight against the Wildcard Rams. Mon Green, the tailback, to the right of Brett Favre. He looks to throw. This is Devontae Adams, wrestled down. And an injured Ram, that is Nolan Cromwell. 1:30 left in the third. Amon Green hurdles over a man and picks up a first down for the Packers.
And in the first half, we saw a lot of deep balls by Green Bay that weren't really necessary. And so I'd like to see, and we're starting to see it, a lot more short passes, a lot more runs. Kill them slowly. Don't go for the deep ball every time.
Favre finds James Lofton on a gain of 9.
What a quick pass. James Lofton had just started his route, and the ball was released.
Closing seconds of the third quarter.
2nd and inches, playbook is open, Danny.
Hinkle, the fullback, front of Amon Green, who has the football. Amon Green through the middle. There goes Amon Green with green grass in front of him, and nobody catches Amon Green. Touchdown, Packers!
I told you earlier, why not hand it to Amon Green, and why? He's got Jeremy Kramer on the right side. Jeremy Kramer motions to the right, and they know that the run's coming probably to the right, and it still worked out. Great blocks. He got into the end zone almost untouched.
The lead block came from Jim Ringo. Had allowed Amon Green to break it open for the touchdown. Crosby's extra point is good, and the Packers have rallied from a 10-point second-half deficit to take the lead with 10 seconds left in the quarter. What a showing from Amon Green.
And it's the first time they have led the Rams since, I believe, the third quarter of their regular season matchup.
Been a long time removed. Leroy Irvin on the return, and he's trapped down at the 24. 5 seconds left in the third. Now what do the Rams do here?
Just keep playing your game. There hasn't been anything that hasn't worked. The running has worked. Kurt Warner has been passing the ball terrifically.
Dickerson right side, and he is near a first down for the Rams to close out the third quarter. The fourth to come. Green Bay hoping to head to Dallas. The Rams hoping to head to the Bay again. One quarter remains. In the NFC Wildcard game, we already saw the first game of Wildcard weekend. The Colts winning a thriller against the Chiefs. Eric Dickerson spins through Packers defense and gains 6. 7:35 to go in the fourth. Rams hoping for a comeback drive. Dickerson in the backfield. Warner to throw. Hit and sacked. Nick Barnett.
Number 56.
That's huge. The playbook could have been open on a 3rd and 3. Hand the ball off. Now you're forcing them to pass. As you can see, Kurt Warner in the shotgun here. Now the Packers, are they going to blitz or are they going to send their men back?
They bring him back. Warner, he's sacked again. And Warner is hurt. Dave Robinson with the sack. Roman Gabriel is the backup quarterback.
Great job by Dave Robinson. Oftentimes you see these guys, they go straight into the man opposing them on the line. Goes to the left, right around him, and gets the angle. And they weren't even blitzing.
Here's Johnny Hecker, who boots away, and plenty of doubt arising for the Rams. Tremont Williams certainly will update you on the status of Kurt Warner when we can. But here are the Packers with 6:40 to go. Amon Green. What a standout day he has had. Brett Favre tucks in rushes for 9. Second time we've seen Brett Favre like to run the football with his legs.
And take the hit.
He's a wild man. Amon Green. Green. Massive run of 20.
Another run up the hole. The reason why you want to continue to do this is, yes, I know that St. Louis, LA, they're going to expect it, but at the same time, it's also degrading to the defense to know that you can't stop it. Football, as much as it is a tough war game, it's also a psychological war game. And right now, Green Bay and their offense is beating them psychologically.
Favre. Look at the protection he has. His pass is caught. Out of bounds, though, incomplete.
Sterling Sharp again.
Favre's go-to receiver in this game, but the go-to weapon, man in the backfield, Amon Green. He has the football. This time, he's wrapped up by Kevin Green.
I believe that's the first time in 5 carries that they have stopped Amon Green. Everything else has been for a check down.
And Green wasn't even expected to start at the beginning of the week until Jim Taylor got into a bar fight. 3rd and 11. Lofton near the sticks, but short. Packers bring on the field goal unit with Mason Crosby. Field goal attempt from 40 yards away. And Crosby's kick is good. Packers lead it 20-13 with 4:45 to go in regulation. And we are receiving word. Kurt Warner warming up on the sideline. He's ready. Henry Ellard, kickoff return for the Rams past the 20 and all the way towards that 20-yard line. 4:40 to go. Kurt Warner and the Rams hoping for a comeback drive, and boy, how poetic this would be for him. On first down, Torrey Holt on a jet sweep that goes nowhere.
Trying to overthink themselves here. Handing the ball off to Eric Dickerson's worked most of the game.
He's to the right of Kurt Warner. He's got the football, and this time only a yard. Jair Alexander on the stop. 3rd and 9.
Biggest down of the game, Danny. This could be game.
How well the Packers have run the football. Warner from the shotgun. He looks to throw. Kurt Warner. Down the field. Incomplete. He was looking for Tom Fears. Rams are forced to punt. Johnny Hecker in punt formation. Now the big question. Can the Rams stop Amon Green? Here's Hecker's punt. Tremont Williams from his 30. And he zigzags 9 yards on the punt return. Now here's the big question. Can they stop Amon Green?
We'll have to see in these next few plays and what the coaching staff decides.
Green, right side, and a good run of 5 yards.
And it will be interesting to see if St. Louis, LA decides to take any timeouts here, if they want to conserve them for possibly their final drive. And we know that those runs to Amon Green are coming, as it's going to continue to bleed the clock down to the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 5. Play clock down to 3, down to 2. Green again. Stood up and stopped.
Number 91 with the tackle. 1 yard loss on the
3rd down. Favre. Green near a first down. Does he have enough? Let's see. Merlin Olsen with the tackle. Ooh, I don't know.
That's as close as it's going to get. Man, it's tough to say. His feet were across the line, but his body was going backwards. No challenge.
2nd down. Canadeo in the backfield. Canadeo wrapped up. 3rd and 5.
Number 3, the ball carrier on
His second carry of the game, Danny. Still in the backfield.
Do they rely with Canadeo here? Tony Canadeo! He's got the first down, and the Packers are moving on!
I don't believe it. Tony Canadeo, one of the unsung heroes of this game. He's carried the ball 4 times. Each time he's gained yardage, and this was the clincher right here. This was the play that they needed, get that first down. Now LA, they're going to use all of their timeouts
It's
They send
over.
Green Bay.
Titletown is headed to Big D. The Green Bay Packers move on, outlasting the Rams. Amon Green, 133 yards of ground. He was spectacular today. What a showing for Amon Green and the Packers. 23-13 victors in the wild card round against the Rams. What an effort. LA St. Louis, their season comes to an end, but what a story for Amon Green today.
Absolutely. Amon Green, the unsung hero, we didn't even think that he'd be in this game. Little bar fight, little racing and reshuffling in the roster, and Amon Green sends the Packers to the next round. Titletown to the divisional round.
For Nick Rice and Connor Focasano, I'm DeBock saying so long and take care, and thanks for being with us. Your final score in the NFC Wildcard game, the all-time Packers 23, the all-time Rams 13. So long, everyone, from Green Bay.